नमस्कार फिर पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है वेलकम बैक टू पैसा बोलता है recently I came back from Saudi. I came by Abu Dhabi and my wife who had joined me in Dubai leg of the trip came back from Dubai. In both the flights we saw a strange incident where we had the customs officer board the flight and check people, and then when we went out also, people were checked with great rigor. This is especially after the Oman Air incident where in a single flight 113 people were detained and nearly 100 kgs of gold were smuggled. But when I was in Dubai and I talked to people, everybody says when they come they bring 30-40 grams, and so the police is trying, the customs is trying its level best to stop these kind of people. But what the government does not realize is if you are going to put an arbitrary 15% tax on gold, then you expect you are welcome. This is what is going to happen. If you put too much pressure in one airport, the material will move through another airport. Then the border is porous between Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. You will find more gold coming. And gold is a very small quantity. A 5 kg gold will mean lakhs of rupees in arbitrage, and people will do it. And it's not only gold, like I said, it is iPhones now that is going to come to laptops. This government thinks that by increasing taxes you can curb imports. You are being foolish. In fact, even currency has moved to black market because nobody wants to pay 20% tax. So people are using Hawala to transfer money, which I could see with my own eyes. These are common men who are making an honest living and who have no intention to cheat, and they are not crime bosses. They are looking at the unfair treatment of taxes and are definitely doing it. Now, why am I talking about this? This is a stock I don't own and I will never own. I'll never buy. Is a company called Delta Corp, which was basically into gaming. And a lot of people are buying this stock thinking this is a short-term problem and everything is going to get solved. This Delta Corp is a gaming company. It runs some casino. It has online games also. The total market cap of the company is 3,500 or 4,000 crores. I'm not sure what is the market cap. It's a very popular stock recommended by several brokers.
Correct.
Now what has happened is the GST Council announced a scheme by which they would charge 28% GST on gaming, on money deposited or whatever. There was a lot of splitting of hairs, and a lot of companies like Dream11 and other cricket betting companies.
Yes, games 24/7.
Games 24/7 and all this.
Head Digital Works.
All these companies have got the the Supreme Court clearance saying it involves a degree of skill. As a man who has followed cricket all my life, I know it's only betting and nothing else. You can have some skill, but to win a lot of money, you need a lot of the money you have lost. You want to gain. People keep on playing that.
Chasing, yes.
People chase money.
Sunk cost fallacy.
And it's a sunk cost fallacy, and people lose a lot of money. It should be banned outright. Rummy and other card games also come in this. Now, Delta was doing very well till this tax came along. Now, what has happened is all these companies have got a demand notice. What is talking about the demand notice? It's not from the day the tax was announced. This was from retrospective effect. But normally what will happen is it should be prospective in the sense that you announce tax today. From tomorrow's transaction, you have to take money. It's impossible for these companies to go back and collect higher taxes from people who already played and lost.
Finished, yes.
Out of 9 people, 10 people who do this, 9 people lose money. So definitely these guys are not going to pay up money. This company has got a notice of 16,822 crores. All other companies put together have a notice of 1 lakh crores, including this. Now all these guys have gone to court. But what is important is only Delta Corp is listed. So you can see the effect. From what was, suppose it was 100 rupees, today it's trading at 25 rupees. There's a 75% loss in value. Now I am told this is very popular in YouTube and a lot of people are chasing the stock. And this is because they want to buy value. They think it is great value. You can fish the stock and buy cheap. Let me tell you, governments are very greedy, and the Supreme Court in India does not normally side with the companies. It normally sides with the government. There have been several judgments of the Supreme Court where retrospective taxes has been upheld.
Famously Vodafone.
And Kane and Vedanta. So So the government can choose to be unfair if it wants and tax it. Governments are hungry for revenue. This government is also extremely hungry for revenue, and they think this is easy pickings. So they have come out heavily with the heavy bat on this. You are not going to get an immediate. The Supreme Court is not going to give you relief. And what is going to happen is, till this is repealed, forget that 16,000 crore, 1 lakh crore demand. You are not going to find people to play this game more and more with 28% tax. So there will be a substantial increase. For every 1,000 rupees you deposit to pay the game, you have to pay 280 rupees more.
Correct.
Not many will be interested in paying in this game.
Yes, it's more than quarter.
There will be a big drop
Yes.
in the amount of people willing to play this game, and unless you are already addicted, you won't play. So one is what damage a final settlement will do to the company. The second damage is how this will affect the usage of this company. I know people who have had 4-5 teams and all that. Whether they will continue to have 4-5 teams with 280 rupees on 1,000 rupees, I doubt it. So there is going to be a big drop in usage. What was very popular is not going to be popular.
There's a risk of the whole thing disappearing.
There is the risk of the whole thing disappearing. And this will go all the way to the Supreme Court. And this will be resolved in the Supreme Court after many years, long after the dust has settled.
And you as an investor or shareholder
You and as
will have no clarity.
You have no clarity. You are dependent on the whims and fancies of the government. Now, if you are thinking that it's going to have a quick bounce back to 100, just look at it. 25 to 50 is 100%. 50 to 100 is another 100%. Your 75% fall means that the stock has to rally 200% to get back to its original level. So you are not doing good value analysis. You are not buying on valuations. You are buying on a random hope that the government will
Just
roll
like
back.
the guys who are using the software.
Yeah, so you are hoping that the government will change its policy and roll back the software. This is a hope rather than actual facts. Like Jesse Livermore has taught us several times, it is high time we don't do this. Ignorance, greed, hope, and fear we should avoid. And those who are buying the stock are violating two principles. They are buying it on greed and hope.
Correct.
What do you think about it now?
I think you would have been thinking these guys are supplying, some kind of fantasy to the people and people are addicted to it and they're making profit. So it's a great business to be in. Finally, you are succumbing to that same greed which these players themselves are playing. So it doesn't follow any principle of value investing or what Warren Buffett or Ben Graham has always been preaching. And I would strongly give it a miss.
And it's happened, a meme stock like this
Correct.
in US went up. And
Correct.
then the retail army made sure a hedge fund will lose money. And then it popped and dropped back.
Yes.
So please don't get anywhere this behind Delta Corp. This is not a diamond pin.
And
This
please
is a
read it.
rusted.
This is only our opinion.
This is my
We're not
opinion.
advisors.
Yeah.
We're not recommending it.
We
or
are not recommending
it.
this.
This is our opinion. If you tell me to buy, I would give it a miss.
Anyway.
Yes.
But this is not a diamond pin. This is a rusted pin.
Yes.
And your eye can catch tetanus.
Correct.
Thank you for watching पैसा बोलता है. आपने इस पॉडकास्ट में उपस्थित हुए इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. अगर आपको इस वीडियो पसंद आया, इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल नोटिफिकेशन दबाएं. अगर ये आपने सब करवा दिया तो आपने इन सबको कर दिया तो आप अपने इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्त और रिश्तेदार के पास भेजें और उनको देखने के लिए आग्रह करें. नमस्कार, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.